You walked away and she didn't expect it. Now something's shifting inside her and she can't ignore it. Before we go deeper, hit subscribe. This kind of content doesn't come often and you'll want more of it. Let's continue. When you go no contact, something happens. Not immediately, not in the first hour, but over time. A process begins, a psychological unraveling, and it follows a pattern, 7 stages, each one heavier than the last. Most men don't know this. They think silence is passive. They think walking away means giving up. But silence is active. It's a decision. It's the loudest statement you can make. And it forces her to face something she's been avoiding. The truth about herself, the truth about you, and the truth about what she lost. Let's talk about stage 1, relief. At first, she feels lighter, like a weight lifted. She tells herself she's free. Free from the tension, free from your expectations, free from having to deal with you. She might even celebrate, go out with friends, post on social media, act like everything's better now. But here's the thing, relief is surface level. It's a reaction to the immediate absence of conflict, not the absence of you. She's not missing you yet because her ego is still inflated. She still believes she made the right call. She still believes she has options. She still believes you'll come back. And that belief keeps her comfortable for now. Stage 2, curiosity. A few days pass, maybe a week, and something small starts to happen. She wonders, what are you doing? Are you thinking about her? Are you hurting? Are you angry? She checks her phone. No message. She checks again. Still nothing. She looks at your profile. No activity, no posts about her, no subliminal messages, just silence. And that silence is confusing because silence wasn't part of her plan. She expected you to reach out. She expected you to beg. She expected you to try and fix things, but you didn't. And now she's wondering why. Not because she wants you back yet, but because your absence is unusual. It doesn't fit the script, and that makes her uneasy. Stage 3, confusion. Now time has passed, 2 weeks, maybe 3, and the curiosity turns into something else. Confusion. She starts questioning things. Did I matter to him at all? Why isn't he fighting for me? Did he move on already? Was I that easy to forget? This is where her ego gets challenged because your silence is doing something. It's flipping the narrative. She thought she was the prize. She thought you were the one chasing, but now you're not. And if you're not chasing, then what does that mean? It means maybe she wasn't the prize. Maybe you were. And that thought is uncomfortable. It contradicts everything she told herself, everything she told her friends, everything she posted online. So she tries to rationalize it. Maybe he's just busy. Maybe he's hurting in private. Maybe he'll reach out soon. But deep down, a seed is planted, a seed of doubt, and it begins to grow. Stage 4, nostalgia. This is where it gets real, because now she's not just thinking about you, she's remembering you. The good moments, the way you made her laugh, the way you held her, the way you showed up, the inside jokes, the late-night talks, the small gestures, all of it comes flooding back. And here's what happens. Her brain starts filtering out the bad. The arguments fade. The reasons she left blur. What remains is the highlight reel. And that reel plays on repeat. She scrolls through old photos. She listens to songs that remind her of you. She drives past places you used to go, and every single time she feels something, a pull, a longing, a quiet ache. But she still doesn't reach out. Why? Because her pride is still there. Her ego is wounded, but not broken. She's still holding on to the idea that you'll come back first, but you won't. And that's the problem. Stage 5, regret. This is the turning point. This is where it all shifts, because now she's not just remembering the good times. She's regretting the loss. She starts seeing things clearly. How you treated her, how you respected her, how you were consistent, how you were patient, how you actually cared. And she starts comparing you to the guys who message her now, comparing you to the attention she's getting, and none of it measures up. None of it feels the same because those guys don't know her. They don't care about her. They just want something from her. But you were different. You saw her. You valued her, and she threw that away. Now the regret sets in. Deep, heavy, undeniable. She thinks about texting you. She types out messages and deletes them. She rehearses what she'd say, but she doesn't send anything because she's afraid. Afraid you've moved on, afraid you won't. Respond, afraid you'll reject her the way she rejected you, and that fear keeps her stuck. Stage 6, desperation. This is where logic disappears. She's no longer thinking straight. She's operating on emotion, pure, raw emotion. She needs to know if there's still a chance, needs to know if you still care. So she reaches out. Maybe it's a text, casual like nothing happened. Hey, how have you been? Or maybe it's more direct. I've been thinking about you. Or maybe it's an excuse. I have something of yours. It doesn't matter what she says. What matters is why she's saying it. She's testing the waters. She's looking for a response, any response, because your silence has broken her. It's forced her to face the reality that you're really gone, that she really lost you, and she can't accept it. But here's what most men do wrong. They respond. They think, finally, she's back. And they rush in. They forgive too fast. They forget too easily. And they give her exactly what she wanted: validation, reassurance, control. And just like that, the power shifts back. She feels secure again, and the cycle repeats. But if you stay strong, if you don't respond, or if you respond with boundaries and self-respect, she moves to the final stage, stage 7. Acceptance mixed with loss. This is the deepest stage, and it's permanent. She finally accepts that you're gone. But the acceptance doesn't bring peace. It brings loss. A loss that sits with her. A loss that she can't undo. She realizes she had something real and she destroyed it. She realizes you were the kind of man most women search for and she let you go. She realizes that no contact wasn't a game to you. It was a boundary, a standard, a line you drew for your own peace, and she couldn't meet you there. Now she lives with that. She moves on. Maybe she dates other people, maybe, but there's always a part of her that remembers, a part that wonders, what if I had chosen differently? What if I had respected him? What if I had seen his value sooner? And that question never fully goes away. It lingers like a scar. Let's be clear about something. This isn't about revenge. This isn't about making her suffer. This is about you choosing yourself, choosing your peace, choosing your self-respect. Because no contact isn't a strategy to get her back. It's a statement that you're worth more than inconsistency, more than disrespect, more than being an option. You're a priority or nothing. And that mindset changes everything. It changes how you move, how you think, how you heal. Because when you walk away with clarity, you don't look back with regret. You look forward with purpose. And that's masculine power. Not loud, not aggressive, just grounded, immovable, self-assured. Now, let's talk about what this teaches you. Going no contact teaches you detachment, real detachment. Not bitterness, not coldness, but the ability to let go of what doesn't serve you. It teaches you that love isn't enough. Respect is required, effort is required, consistency is required. And when those things are absent, love becomes torture. It teaches you that walking away is not weakness, it's strength. The strongest thing a man can do is remove himself from chaos, to stop fighting for someone who isn't fighting for him, to stop pouring into someone who's leaking everywhere, and to redirect that energy back into himself. That's growth, that's maturity, that's evolution. And it teaches you about standards. You realize that you don't need to settle. You don't need to beg. You don't need to convince anyone of your worth. Your worth is inherent, and the right person will see it without you having to prove it. So what happens after stage 7? Two things. Either she reaches out one last time, genuinely changed, aware, and humble, or she doesn't. And both outcomes are fine, because by that point, you've already moved on. You've already rebuilt. You've already reclaimed your peace. And whether she comes back or not doesn't define you. You define you. Let's go deeper into why no contact works on a psychological level. When you remove your presence, you remove certainty. And the human brain hates uncertainty. It craves closure. It craves answers. It craves resolution. When you go silent, you deny her all of that. You become a question she can't answer, a gap she can't fill. And that gap grows. It grows into curiosity, then confusion, then longing, then regret. Your absence becomes more powerful than your presence ever was, because presence can be taken for granted. But absence forces awareness. It forces reflection. It forces her to see what she had and what she lost. That's the psychology. And it works, not because it's manipulative, but because it's honest. You're not playing games. You're not pretending. You're genuinely walking away, and that authenticity is what creates the impact. Now, let's talk about the men who break no contact too early. They feel lonely. They miss her. They convince themselves that reaching out is the right move, that maybe she's changed, that maybe this time will be different. So they text, they call, they lower their standards, and what happens? She feels relief, not love, not respect. Relief because your return confirms what she believed all along, that you're still there, still available, still waiting, and that kills attraction. Attraction requires uncertainty. It requires respect. It requires the belief that you have options, that you're not desperate, that you're choosing her, not needing her. When you break no contact prematurely, you kill all of that and you reset the cycle. So if you're going to do this, commit fully. Don't halfway it. Don't peek at her stories. Don't like her posts. Don't ask mutual friends about her. Cut the cord completely and focus on yourself. That's where the real transformation happens, not in her regret, but in your rebirth. Because no contact isn't just about her realizing what she lost, it's about you realizing what you gain. You gain clarity, you gain peace, you gain time, time to work on yourself, time to build your purpose, time to become the man you're supposed to be. And when you do that, something shifts. You stop caring if she comes back. You stop checking your phone. You stop wondering what she's doing because you're too busy building, too busy growing, too busy living. And that's when you win. Not because she regrets losing you, but because you no longer need her to. That's freedom. That's power. That's peace. So let her go through the stages. Let her feel the relief. Let her feel the curiosity. Let her feel the confusion. Let her feel the nostalgia. Let her feel the regret. Let her feel the desperation. Let her feel the loss. You don't need to watch. You don't need to engage. You just need to keep walking forward with purpose, with clarity, with self-respect. Because the man who can walk away from what hurts him is the man who attracts what honors him. Remember that. If this resonated with you, hit subscribe.